Well, I think about them adding more teams to the World Cup. But here's what we gotta understand. Before, football was played for the enjoyment of watching football, enjoyment of playing football, the enjoyment of being around, working around football, even for managers, for coaches, for physical staff, medical staff, and all that, and people that own clubs and all that. It was people in the football area was just people that loved football or just liked being around football, loved working on football, loved watching football, loved playing football, loved just football in general. But now football is just it's a business. That's what football is. And the hydration break was done just for advertisements. Is the advertisement break, and it's like the NBA, 4 quarters, and every single quarter, including the halftime, is just advertisements. It's for money. NBA is a business. NBA, everything is done to get money. Everything is done for the purpose of making money. Everything is done not for the love of the NBA basketball, not for the love of watching the players play beautiful basketball. No, it's done for money, and the amount of money companies and TV broadcasters have made from this hydration break is so stupid. It is too much money that businesses and FIFA is making from this hydration break. Because it's not a hydration break, let's be real. Players don't even need that. What? They play 20 minutes. You're telling me in 20 minutes you're going to be tired. You're a professional athlete. And in 20, if it's humid, it don't matter. In 20 minutes, you're going to be tired. Come on, bro. They train the whole year round. They train their whole life for them to be tired in 20 minutes. Come on. That's some bullshit. But hydration break is advertisement break, and it's for business. Them bringing more national teams into the World Cup is it's more money, more people watching, more money coming in. But on the other side is it's better. I feel like it's better for the World Cup as well. Makes the World Cup. We saw in this World Cup there was underdogs. People came Cape Verde. And I knew, but no one ever knew Cape Verde had football was good at football. No, as well. I knew who the country Cape Verde was. I don't know. They were good at football, and they just put themselves on the map. And they were the biggest underdog that came up in this World Cup. And it's stuff like that that could happen. And this is what I'm saying. It's an enjoyment to watch. But what I think that they should do for the World Cup is nobody watches the qualifiers. Let's be real. The qualifiers is boring. It's useless, and it just makes the players go into international break when they're already on their clouds, focusing on whatever, and they're already tired. It's just, and then you guys will say, so how is the qualifiers going to work? Because then how do we know which country are going to be up which country or qualify to the World Cup? That's easy. You play each competition how they are right now, like the Euros, the Nations League. You play the Copa America. You play the Asian Cup or wherever with the Asian teams. You play the AFCON. You play all those individual that like they're already playing, and then you just pick the teams that are the highest in the ranks, being from their continent. Or so you pick them, you let everything has this going on, and you just take the qualifiers, and then you just pick the team based on the rankings that they are at. Because if teams do good in the Euros, then they're gonna be higher up in the rank, and then that means that depending on how good they've done in the Euros, then they qualify. Do you know what I mean? And then depending the teams that done good in the AFCON, they qualify. And I feel like it should be like that. It takes less time, and it's better than we having to wait watching those competitions and then having to watch the qualifiers, which nobody really cares about the qualifier, especially for better teams and everything. As we can see, the referee is horrible. The VAR is horrible. I don't know why they place all of this behind the referee when they don't help. We've seen decisions made that is embarrassing. We've seen decisions made when it's the clear, because VARs were put to make sure the game is fairer, or when the referee gets a mistake call, the VARs go and make sure that it was the right call to be made. But we have not seen that. Even on the biggest stage in the World Cup, we have not seen that. It's soul crushing, and it's like you get to a point that you don't even want to watch. It doesn't interest you watching football, especially like the lower games or whatever. It's just, I don't even want to call out names. I say this team, because there's no point. With Arsenal, we all saw how it was with Arsenal, and then the truth is, Arsenal won that league, And there was so many awful calls that if those calls were made, Arsenal would have not won the league. And that's happening on the biggest league in the world. And that's happening. And we've seen on the World Cup as well, which is the biggest competition in all of football. And we see it's not like the wrong people are behind the cameras. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. But if you did stay around and listen, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know because I'm interested in these stuff and I like talking about these stuff. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.